Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 8.3 8.4 quiz review. Let's begin. The first question is 0.4 times x minus 1.7 equals 5.3. In today's lesson, the first slide will contain the question and the second slide will contain the answers. Please pause and try now. And the answer is 14.95. The method for solving this equation is you are looking to distribute the 0.4 to both sides in order to eliminate the brackets. After that, you need to get the x by itself, so you're going to move the 0.68. So you add that to both sides. And then finally, this is 0.4 times x. The opposite would be to divide to both sides. You get 14.95. Next question. X minus 4 over 5 equals 3 over 4. Please pause and try now. The answer is x equals 7.75. If you left it as 31 over 4, that's also correct. The first step is to eliminate the fractions. So you look at the denominators of 5 and 4. The multiple of 5 and 4 is 20. So you multiply both sides by 20. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times 3 makes 15, but the 4 has to be distributed to both the x and the 4, so we're going to write that down separately. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. Next, we have to move the 16 to help isolate the x. The opposite of minus 16 is plus 16. We do that to both sides. We get 4x equals 31. Divide both sides by 4. We get 7.75. Next question. Negative 8.8 minus 4.1x equals 6.7x. Please pause and try now. The answer is x equals negative 0.81. So here we do have an x on both sides. Now normally we gather all of the x's on the left side, but in this case, over here there is only just the one x, so we'll bring the 4.1 over to the right side this time, giving us 10.8x. Now we have 10.8x equals negative 8.8. We divide both sides by 10.8 because we want to get the x by itself. So the answer is x equals negative 0.81. Next question. 4 times 3x minus 1.1 equals 5 times negative 2x plus 5.2. Please pause and try now. The answer is 1.38. The first step on both sides is to distribute in order to eliminate the brackets. Once you have that, you have 12x minus 4.4 equals negative 10x plus 26. Then you're going to want to get the x's together, so you have to add 10x to both sides, leaving you with 22x minus 4.4 equals 26. Next, we're going to add 4.4 to both sides to start to isolate the x, leaving us with 22x equals 30.4. And the last step is to divide by 22, which will give us x equals 1.38. Next question. 1x over 5 plus 1x over 2 equals x plus 3 over 4. Please pause and try now. The answer is x equals negative 5 over 2 or negative 2.5. I would accept either. The first step is we want to eliminate the fractions. The fractions are 5, 2, and 4. The multiple of 5, 2, and 4 is 20. When we multiply by 20, we also have to multiply the x by 20. I know it doesn't have a fraction on it, but if we're going to maintain the equality, we have to multiply everything by 20. We're going to be left with 4x plus 10x equals 20x plus 15. Now before we can do anything else, the 4x and the 10x are on the same side of the equation. So what we have to do here is we just have to simply combine like terms because they are on the same side of the equal sign. 4 plus 10 is 14. Now we've got 14x equals 20x plus 15 minus 20x from both sides. Leaves us with negative 6. Divide by negative 6, and we are done. So again, if you have two x's on the same side, make sure to just combine those like terms before you do anything else. Next question. We are told the perimeter of this square is 22.8. There's your diagram. We need to know the value of x. Please pause and try now. The answer is the answer is 2.5. Okay, so what we're looking for here is there's 4 sides on a square that are equal. So x plus 3.2 times 4. Distribute that 4 to get rid of the brackets. Then we're going to minus 12.8 from both sides. Finally divide by 4, and we'll get x is 2.5. Next question. If you had an x number of quarters and an x minus 14 number of dimes, and the sum of the coins was $16.80, how many quarters do you have and how many dimes do you have? Please pause and try now. The answer is 52 quarters and 38 dimes. Now how you get there is, well, you have x quarters. Quarters are worth 0.25%, or 0.25 cents, so 0.25. Dimes are x minus 14, and a dime is worth 0.1. So we're going to attach that to the x over 14. We'll distribute to get rid of our brackets. Here we have two x's on the same side because we're adding these together, right? It does not say the value of the quarters equals the value of the dimes. It says the sum of the quarters and the dimes. So we add them together. 0.35x minus 1.4 equals 16.8. We'll add 1.4 to both sides. 0.35x equals 18.2. Divide both sides by 0.35. We get x equals 52. Next question. 0.8 times 1.1 minus 0.3x equals negative 8.2. Please pause and try now. The answer is, 37.83. First thing we're going to do is distribute to get rid of our brackets. Now we have to move the 0.88 to the other side to isolate the x. So we minused it. Now we've got negative 0.24x equals negative 9.08. We divide both sides by negative 0.24, and we're left with 37.83. Next question. X plus 1 over 3 equals 2 over 7. Please pause and try now. The answer is x equals negative 1 over 7. First thing we need to do is to eliminate our fractions. We have to multiply both sides by 21 because that is a multiple of 7 and 3, leaving us with 7 times x plus 1 equals 6. Then we simply subtract 7 from both sides, divide by 7, and we're left with x equals negative 1 over 7. Next question. 4 times 1.2 minus x equals 3.8 times 0.2x minus 9. Please pause and try now. The answer is 8.19. The first step is to distribute on both sides to eliminate the brackets. Then we're going to get all our x's together by minusing 0.76x from both sides. Then we're going to move the 4.8 to the other side in order to help isolate our variable. The last step is to divide by negative 4.76 to both sides, and we're left with 8.19. Next question. There are 216 more nickels than quarters. The value of the nickels is the same as the value of the quarters. How many of each coin? Please pause and try. The answer is The answer is there are 54 quarters and 216 nickels. In this case, the quarter is 0.25x, and the value of the nickels is the same, so the value of the nickels equals the value of the quarters, so 0.05 times x plus 216, because there are 216 more nickels than quarters. Here we're going to distribute to get rid of our brackets, minus the 0.05 from both sides, and then finally divide by 0.2, and we are done. That brings us to the end of the quiz review. Thank you for watching. This will help you prepare for tomorrow's 8.3 and 8.4 quiz. Thank you. Have a good day.